How's it going, everybody? The Johnny JK here, and welcome to the Secret Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 episode. Now, since I managed to actually completely delete that episode, part 4, I now have to recreate everything that happened within that episode, and I have chosen to do so on Paint and through my drawing skills, which, to be honest, I believe are near a stickman drawing like level. But yeah, let's start. So we start off in the no man's camp. This is how the episode starts out. These are tints. Here is Henry, looking as confused as ever and muscular as ever. So, in this episode, I wanted to go figure out where is Mutt, our dog. So I followed the quest marker all the way to the Mutt's location, which was where we fell off the cliff. Let's build a cliff here. This is Henry here. All right, here's the bandit. Well, somehow, and they all both just fall off. La 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 la. Boom. This is the bandit dead now and everything. So we go there and we look around. And once we get to that location, we are greeted by a young, handsome man who starts talking to us. Very friendly looking man. So we get there and we're like, hey, what's up? Oh God, Henry, what happened to your legs? And the guy's like, hey, I want all of your stuff. Henry has like this tiny huntsman sword here. And we're like, but we're pretty poor. We don't have anything. Because, all we really have is just some kind of clothes on at the moment. So what happens next is we start fighting. And as Henry from Skelet, as he is, he turns out victorious. Here's the bandit, blah, 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 blah. He's like dead and stuff. X's on his eyes. But what he had was this amazing, big, thick, broad sword. So happy for us, we got that. So now Henry takes that sword and he's happy. Very happy. The biggest smile on his face. So we go off to look for Mutt, but Mutt doesn't appear to be in that forest. These are trees. Yep, there we go. Mutt's not in the forest, but what is nearby is our grandma's cottage, and the grandma is the lady that healed me and Hans to the full health when Henry was hallucinating and stuff. So we go there. So we go to grandma's. This is grandma, long hair, stuff like that. So we go there and we're like, hey, grandma, have you seen our dog? And she's like, no, I haven't. But hey, Henry, since you are here, I would really love for you to help me out a little bit here. Pavelna, the younger chick in that place, looks the same as grandma, but this is P as Pavelna, has gone missing. So we as Henry, the big, strong gentleman, are like, listen, we'll go find her. No problem. We'll be the hero for grandma. Yeah. So we go out looking for her. It was in some sort of a village that we had to go to, which I really don't remember anymore. But we go there and we start asking around. And turns out that Pavlena was seeing a boy called Roman. Well, they had a little romance. He was a Roman wearing his R hat. And Pavlena wearing her P hat with long hair. But both of them are missing, turns out. So now we need to find Roman. Because Roman, right here, knows where Pavlena is. Right there. Or they're most likely together. So we go out looking for them. We talk to a few people here and there, and turns out that Roman and Pavlena nearby, there is a place called, the chill out place, where couples usually have picnics, they have wine and stuff, and that they're most likely there. They got bread and everything, and they're most likely there. So Henry walks in, goes to check out what's up with that place, and what he sees is a pond, some food, some drinks, and then he sees a stone, but that stone is covered with blood. Oh no. And there is like a trail of blood leading away from the pond, of course. So Henry's like, hey, let me go check out. So, oh, okay. So Henry walks out, goes looking for whoever was that poor bastard that got beaten to death by a rock. And once we get there, we find Roman, or presumed to be Roman, half covered in dirt, like somebody was trying to bury him. Oh no, this is most likely Mr. Roman. So then we go around asking around if anybody saw that. And luckily there was this little child, not child, but a kid there who was looking after his sheep. And he was like, blah, 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 blah. And my sheep and blah, 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 blah. And I think I saw that villager coming out of that forest with a big ass shovel. Oh no, coincidence? I don't think so. So we go to confront that little man, the one that came out of the forest with a shovel, and he's like, hey, I ain't telling you anything. Whoa, I ain't telling you anything. Well, we confront him. We're like, hey, we know you came out of that shovel. We know you murdered Roman. He's like, it wasn't me, bro. I ain't gonna tell you nothing. So we had to fight him. And him daring to challenge our amazingly buff Henry ends up with him. Oh, yeah. That's a sword. Stabbing him. So then, he surrenders and stuff. Because he's like, oh no, I don't want to die. And then he tells us everything that him and his brother killed Roman accidentally. They just wanted to scare Pavlena. Because there was this older man that was into Pavlena. This is Pavlena. And she rejected him, so the older man wanted to have some revenge on her. So he hired these two guys, the guy that we stabbed somehow, and he's still alive, and he told us all the truth about it. And then his brother, that the old man hired these two guys just to scare Pavlena. And once they were scaring her, Roman walked in, and then, Tweedledee, Tweedledum killed Roman with a stone, not a sword. And then Roman was dead. They didn't mean to kill him and so forth and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. So we end up turning this guy in, the guy that talks, the guy that got stabbed. He more or less tells us where his brother is and stuff. So what we do now is we go to his brother. We go where he's hiding. As we go there, our path is blocked by a dog. Who we just pretty much... we slip past stuff because there's a ladder behind him. All right. So we just kind of parry him once and then we just go up the ladder. Right. And there's this like little cliff entrance here. So we go in there and there is that second brother with Pavlena. Here's Pavlena. And he's holding a sword to her throat. And he's like, oh no. It wasn't supposed to go down that way. We never meant to kill him. Like, I can't let Pavlena go. She knows everything. She saw everything. And blah, 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 blah. So now we have to pass a skill check. Because if we don't, he just ends up killing Pavlena. That's what I thought. No. Driver booster, not now and not never. So, we're having this conversation, trying to pass those skill checks and whatever they are, blah, blah, blah. And so forth. And we fuck it up completely. Because in the end, my highest skill check was the intimidation. And that was at the time only 10. And apparently that wasn't good enough to intimidate that guy. So even though Henry shows up with his magnificent sword, we fail the skill check. The guy kills Pavlena. So here's Pavlena. Dead on the ground now. Bloop, 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 bloop. And I loaded the game back because I decided that Pavlena is not going to die because I have control over that. So I loaded back the game way before I had to go and rescue Pavlena. So then I thought to myself, I really need to get my intimidation up. So in my head, I need to go and just fight a bunch of bandits because, I need to increase my levels and stuff. So there I go, walking around, fast traveling from village to village, And I come across this camp where there's 3 guys. 3 mean-looking bandits. Armed to the teeth with clubs. So they don't have swords, but they have like dildos in their hand. Clubs. You know, the little spiky ends here and there, you know. These kind of clubs. So yeah. Me as a big badass, I was like, I can probably take him. So me with my new founded sword, I actually managed to kill all of them somehow. Boom, whack that guy, then whack that guy. And then that guy was a bit difficult, so I went around him and whacked him again. So now we have 3 dead bodies. And guess what they have? They have on all sorts of fancy equipment. All sorts of chainmail and stuff. They got like padded pants. And they got some elbow guards as well and stuff. And, you know, so forth. So now Henry is all decked out. Now Henry has all these chainmail shirts. He has those leg stuff and an elbow guards and stuff. He also got this, what do you call this? The golf? The thing that you put on before you put on a helmet? Something like that. Now Henry is looking badass. Kind of forgot what happened next. Hold on, give me a second. So then I went back. I went back to try and save Pavlena from that second brother who's holding her as a hostage. I went there as a big man, all decked out, big sword. Well, he already saw the sword, but he never saw me in chainmail, you know, those leggings and those elbow guards and stuff, and that new helmet and stuff. Henry was looking bad ass. My intimidation went up to 11, I think. It was around 11. So, yeah. Long story short, I talked with him, and I still failed my intimidation check. So he ended up killing Papen again, and I ended up loading his save. So yeah. Then I had to move forward. I loaded back again. And I went to the smithing quest. All right, I went to the blacksmith. I was there. Oh, God. How do you draw an anvil here? Oh, actually, this is pretty good. So yeah, I went to blacksmith. I went there. He was like, blah, 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 blah. You better smith me a regular huntsman sword, and then I know you have the skills to work under me as an apprentice and stuff, because we needed the invitation for the wedding, because that's where the Lord is going to be that we need to talk with, and so we needed to do that. We smithed the sword, and that was pretty much it. Then we ended the video. Yeah, so you're all caught up. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching again, and I'll catch you in episode 6, which thankfully I have not deleted yet.